Hi traders, and welcome to today's acysecurities Forex market analysis. My name is Duncan Cooper and I will be your host. Today we'll be focusing on the dollar index and the pound to the US dollar. So first we'll look at the news items coming out for the day, and then we'll have a look at the charts. Hi traders, first up I just want to review the economic calendar at FinLogic. I'm just going to apply the filter. Just want to filter out the medium and low items and just have a look at the high items. Now I'm going to be reviewing the pound US dollar today for the week ahead, so I just want to look at the news items that can affect that pair. And on Thursday we've got the United Kingdom Bank of England interest rate decision. That will definitely affect the pound US dollar and also the US durable goods orders. And into Friday we've got the United Kingdom consumer confidence and the US personal income and personal spending coming out. So those items will definitely affect the pound US dollar, so be aware of those if you're going to trade that pair. Okay, with that in mind, let's get into the charts, and first of all I'm going to review the dollar index. Okay, so I'm just reviewing this starting from the monthly chart, and we've been holding on old resistance highs back in 2010 and 2009. This is March 2009, and that's at 89.62. So that old resistance high has been acting as support, and we can see that we've been having now a very positive month and putting in a higher bottom here potentially now on that level of support. Moving it down to the weekly, we can see that we've had a double bottom forming here. Price is moving up. We may well test this high over time. MACD is crossing up, so that's all positive on that time frame. And on the daily, we're just seeing a very strong move up following the positive FOMC statement last week. So clearly we've got high tops and bottoms forming here. MACD is confirming that, holding on that monthly level of support there. Okay, so with that in mind, we're seeing a very dominant positive US dollar. So pairs to the US dollar will be showing the exact opposite and weakness. So with that in mind, let's get to the pound US dollar. I'm going to start on the weekly chart now. I reviewed this pair last on the 8th of June, and you can visit that analysis with the link below. But I was discussing the possibility of a double top forming, and really it has formed now. We can see that price has failed at 142.42 resistance on the weekly chart. Double top formed, equal highs, and we've moved down. We just trade below this last higher bottom here, changing the trend to down. I can see on the MACD that we've got negative divergence, just confirming the whole reversal. We've got a lower peak on the indicator, and that's a very slightly higher top here in price. Alright, let me put my support in and my resistance in for this time frame. So we have a downtrend just confirmed by breaking that low point, but this level here is holding as support at 138 just at the moment. It's having a buyer's bounce. And further down we've got support at 136.69. I always like to put in the exact numbers. And then resistance up here at 14009 or 14009, and I'm expecting this level of what was support now broken to act as strong resistance as price moves back up. Alright, so just to review, we have a double top in place here now. Price has moved down and broken the last support low and it's having a bounce. This is resistance at 14009. Short-term bouncing support there at 13800, and further down we've got more support at 136.69. And we're seeing negative divergence, all confirming a reversal here on this time frame. Moving it down to the daily, and last week, into the end of last week, we had 3 very negative days down. Now day support is the same as weekly support here, and really daily resistance is the same as weekly resistance up here. But there's another level in here that I just want to put in. That's at 140.63. There is a possibility that price might get up to that level, so let's put it in. There we go. Alright, so all I'm seeing now is a failure up here at the double top. Price has moved down to a lower low. Had a bit of a rally here. The first real swing point comes in here for a lower top. So we've got a lower top, quite clearly down to a lower low. So we have a very sustained downtrend there at the moment, and MACD is just confirming the whole thing. And with that double top from here to here, I can quite clearly see on the MACD that there's negative divergence. That's a lower indicator peak to a higher, just a slightly higher peak in price. So that's just confirming the whole decline. So with this decline at the moment, quite an aggressive sell-off last week following the FOMC statement, 3 straight days down into the end of the week. We've had a bounce on Monday at support, and I'm just expecting that this might rally back up to the 1400 level and offer a good opportunity to sell if it can hold there. Alright, so just dropping it down to the 4-hour chart. I'm going to put a fib on the high of last week down to the current low. And what I can see is that the 62% retracement level is at 139.99, almost in line with the daily resistance level at 140.09. So I'm going to be keenly watching this level to hold. We do have our other daily resistance level here at 140.63, which is very close to the 79% retracement level. I'd much prefer price to hold here, as this is a broken level of weekly support, now offering up resistance potentially, but price could move deeper up into the 79% level. So I'm actually going to watch that whole area as price rallies back up at the moment for an opportunity to sell on a lower time frame. This area just here. If it does fail at any one of these levels, then I'm going to be looking to get in on a lower time frame and get myself short for the next move down. Now in terms of a target, let's just tidy this up and go back to the daily. I discussed this before in my last analysis on this pair, but it's worth discussing again. Alright, if I just take a fib from the double top high to the low point, and I can measure the height of the double top pattern and project it down. If I can just get hold of it. There we go. I've actually got the 200 marker on my charts here. So what I'm doing is I'm getting the height of the pattern and projecting underneath. So if price does break this support area, we have an expectation that the double top pattern can run down to the 200% point, and that's at the approximate 131 level. So I'm looking at the 1400 level, expecting that to hold as resistance. If we get up there, I'm going to look for an opportunity to sell. I could put my stop at 141. If price moves down just to support at 136.69, that's a risk reward of approximately 1 to 3.3. If it breaks this level and moves all the way down, that's a risk reward of 1 to 9, which would be excellent if that could be achieved. So obviously price does need to decline to get to those targets, but at the moment we're in a clear downtrend and I'm looking for an opportunity to sell. Okay, so that's my analysis for today. Have a great trading week. I look forward to seeing you next week.